Sorry about the noise in the background, there's nothing I can do. This looks like we got our spawn in the tank. I haven't had a spawn inside my 29 in a long time. And apparently this one and the big one are a couple now. So that's interesting. So I was right about the big one being a male. Didn't know it was going to pair up with such a small little fishy though. Great, now I gotta figure out what I want to do with this setup because I really can't have this going around right now. Everyone's all getting beat up, including my small little ones. And I don't want to lose my little ones. If I had a big enough sheet of knitting mesh, I'll just divide this tank right here. But I don't think I can. And Lord knows I can't put my big guy into a 10-gallon tank. If I was going to separate these two for spawning purposes, I'll need to get at least a 20 tall. At the very minimum. Oh jeez. Well, I'll just come back as time goes on. So, I haven't uploaded in a little while, and some things have changed. The angelfish that spawned in this tank, they let their eggs go to term, and now I gotta somehow remove them. So hopefully a little later today I can go out and get a turkey baster from Walmart. That way so I can actually suck up the eggs and put them in a proper tank for them to grow out in. And the two parents are beating the snot out of anyone that gets close. I think I might end up putting the fry in this tank here. Or maybe another one, I don't know yet. This tank has been running for a little while, and the filters are cycled, but I don't know for sure. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with the fry. I'll figure something out. Also, White Knight and Vanilla are doing fine. I've been actually leaving them in this tank for the past few days just by themselves, and generally speaking, they're both getting along just fine. There are still the occasional chasey and whatnot, but overall everyone here is doing just fine. Of course, Vanilla is currently resting on a leaf, so yeah. See if I can get a good angle on her. No, I cannot due to the reflection. But generally speaking, everything's normal. And White Knight's been a lot more nicer than High-Tech was. Alright, so it's the next day. I went to sleep while these two went at it. And they more or less just have a nice little, and now I have a nice little cluster of eggs. I can hopefully focus in on this properly. No, I really can't due to my, there we go. I need to get myself a zoomable macro lens for my DSLR. But I got eggs. So I have no idea how long White Knight and Vanilla were in with each other after the whole process. But Vanilla, for the most part, seems to be in pretty good shape. So she is torn up quite a bit, which is normal. But she's doing fine. And of course, White Knight's just being himself and actually properly taking care of the eggs. Oh yeah, and speaking of the fry that I had in the little in the 30-gallon with those two angelfish, I actually moved them into this little canister right here so I can watch them grow out and whatnot. For the most part, it looks like they all did survive the whole transfer process because they are that they are for the most part still wiggling around. But what I gotta do is I gotta go in here and do a water change to get these out, which are dud eggs. And also I need to lower the water so I can actually put the air stone in there without having to worry about like flipping over and whatnot. So I don't think they need air. I don't think they need an air stone, but I'm gonna put it in there and set it to like super low, just enough to get some water circulation. And I'll come back when I get that figured out. Alright, this is the most rigged thing in the world, but it seems to be working. So here I have my airline tubing into the little container for the fry. And of course if I zoom in, I can hopefully show them. They're just strutting about and whatnot. They got air now, so there is circulation. So hopefully in the next few days I should actually start seeing them actually free swimming. And then once they start doing that, then I can actually go and release them into this tank. But for right now, they're just going to stay in this little container so I can actually monitor them and whatnot.